Good afternoon, viewers. We're live from the EBIX Cash Studios. It's 2 p.m. You're watching the news here on Republic TV. I'm Kritsween Walia. And starting with the latest as far as the shocking observations made by the Delhi government is concerned in the Nirbhaya case, we'll take you through those details. But first up, we shift focus to what has been said by External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar as far as the anti-CAA protests across the country are concerned. The External Affairs Minister has in fact said that even Western countries had enforced restrictions at the time of crisis. Jaishankar said that these problems are not unique to India. Let's play that reaction out.
What I tell the world is, if you look at a lot of this, partly the world has common challenges. Terrorism is a common challenge. Separatism is a common challenge. Migration is a common challenge. So don't think that these are problems which are unique to India. This is a national variant of what are challenges in many parts of the world. And I think when people look at it and assess it and analyze it, they should in fairness ask themselves, how did they respond to it? They've also been in stress situations. They would have had, disturbances in the neighbors. Europe saw it in North Africa. You've had, a large part of the world saw it when 9/11 happened. How did they all respond to this? So when you look at a country like India, which is dealing with these common challenges, the national variant of those common challenges, I think it's important to in a sense, reflect on your own way of handling it. Even something like naturalization, what is the pathway that other nations have taken in regard to naturalization of people? I think it's worthwhile looking at it. What are global norms on a lot of these issues? So that's one thought. The second thought would be, don't get fixated on the dots and forget the line. These are important issues. I'm not understating them. But at the end of the day, they reflect a mindset towards governance. A lot of what's happened in the last 6 months are sort of in the political sphere. But the same mindset was also evident when it came to socio-economic issues, when it came to issues like gender gaps, when it came to sanitation, when it came to urbanization, when it came to skills, digital, etc. So the bottom line is, are we going to sort of just inherit problems, multiply them and pass them on? Or are we going to deal with at least some of the inherited problems and probably leave the people who come after us better off than when we came to power? I think that is an issue. Obviously, people ask you these questions because we live in a connected world. No country is an island. I don't have any problem with that. I think people are entitled to have opinions, but people are also entitled to have opinions on other people's opinions. So I think life should be a two-way street. I would say, this conference, for example, has often spoken, one of our themes has been rebalancing of the world. Okay. I think issues like this, what am I doing? Fine. You are free to comment. But I also would respond and react to all of that. And for me, one aspect of rebalancing where India is concerned is, today, are we going to define ourselves or are we going to let other people define us? I would like to believe that it's the first. Certainly that's my political outlook. It's the political outlook of the government and of my party.
My colleague Tejinder Singh Sori joining us with more details on the same. Tejinder, very important point made by the External Affairs Minister. He says that it is the entire globe which is facing a certain set of challenges. India is not alone in this, and that the restrictions must be looked at from a security point of view. Very important point made.
See, Christine, the Foreign Minister S. Jaishankar has simplified the entire debate. The people who have been raising objection over CAA, Citizenship Amendment Act, must listen to the statement of External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar, because he has simplified. You know, the entire globe today is facing the menace of terrorism. We have been facing it for past several decades. Even in India, we know what happened in Mumbai, what happened during the Parliament attack, and we see such terror attacks taking place across the globe as well. The world is also witness to the terror attack that took place in New York on 9/11. So S. Jaishankar drawing a comparison between migration, immigration, and the terror attack. So clearly he's connected.
Right, right. We'll leave it at that, Tejinder. Many thanks for joining us with more details. That's the statement coming in from External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar as far as restrictions around the CAA movement is concerned.